Oops. Sorry. Oh, my hair. Ugh. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Amanda. Mandy. Sorry. Good morning, Cindy. I know it does feel like it's been forever. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. I'm trying to be okay with the way my hair looks right now. Oh, man. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. How is everyone doing today? How was your weekend? I'm trying to decide if I like this lighting. Not really. How was your weekend? That is not the garbage truck. Usually that's the garbage truck. That is some kind of freight truck of some kind. I don't know what that. Interesting load. I don't know what they're carrying. Weekend was good. Busy but good. Same. Busy but good. Busy but good. You think? Oh, thank you. Amanda is your first name. Yeah, that's why I tripped because my brain wanted to say both and it came out Amandy. So, anyway. Thank you, Cindy. Anyway, it's also because I'm seeing myself the way I actually look, not the way that I see myself in a mirror. Therefore, it always throws me off when I'm on YouTube live. Mine needs a cut too. I need to cut mine. In fact, I need to cut it like next week. See if I can make that happen. I wish I could cut it this week, but I don't have time. My weekend was good. We celebrated my grandmother's birthday. She is my mom's mom. She's 94. Oh man, I should know how old she is. She's in her 90s. She's really cute. I didn't take any pictures. My aunt took pictures. Your anniversary was on Saturday. 22 years. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Your weekend was busy. You had company and you stayed home on Sunday. Yeah. You just chopped 8 inches off about 2 weeks ago. That sounds, well, I don't have 8 inches to cut off anymore, but a good chop it always feels good afterwards, at least for me. At least for me. Yeah, well, I'm glad you all had great weekends or good weekends, busy weekends. Yeah, ours was fairly busy, and I was looking over this coming week, and I was like, oh my goodness, this will probably be my busiest week, and I'm looking forward to it, not looking forward to it. It's, anyway, it is what it is, but we're going to get this week off. We're going to get this day started, get us off to a good start. We are going to read the 36th Psalm. Did we read this one already? We probably didn't. I just feel like we did. Okay, I'm not sure. HJS. Tell me what your name is, your given name. That way I can. Oh, hi, Hannah. Thank you. Hi, Hannah. Wednesday for your Aunt Sally. Moving from one group home and putting her in a dementia care group with memory care. Okay, so her name is Sally. We need to pray for Hannah's Aunt Sally. I'm sure that's going to be a challenge. I'm sure that's going to be a challenge. Yeah, we'll definitely pray for her. Let me write that down because by the time we pray, I will have forgotten. Okay. Okay. We're going to be reading Psalm 36. Let me turn my phone on silent because the notifications are distracting. Psalm 36, human wickedness and God's love. I feel like we read this one. Did we read this? Okay. I mean, not that we can't repeat. Not that we can't repeat. All right. An oracle within my heart concerning the transgression of the wicked person. Dread of God has no effect on him. I think we read this. I'm going to skip because I feel like we read this. I'm going to go to Psalm 37. Watch. If somebody goes back and watches a past show and finds that we didn't read Psalm 37 or 36. Anyway. Okay. We're going to read Psalm 37. Oh, and this one's long. Here we go. Settle in. Instruction in wisdom. I think sorry. We did read it. Okay, thank you, Darlene. I'm not just having false deja vu. Is that a thing? Thank you so much for letting me know that. Okay, I feel better now. Okay, Psalm 37, instruction in wisdom. This is a psalm of David on the 9th. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do not be agitated by evildoers. Do not envy those who do wrong, for they wither quickly like grass and wilt like tender green plants. Trust in the Lord and do what is good. Dwell in the land and live securely. Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you your heart's desires. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will act. Make your righteousness shine like the dawn, your justice like the noonday. Be silent before the Lord and wait expectantly for Him. Do not be agitated by one who prospers in his way, by a person who carries out evil plans. Refrain from anger and give up your rage. Do not be agitated. It can only bring him harm. For evildoers will be destroyed, but those who put their hope in the Lord will inherit the land. A little while, and the wicked person will be no more. Though you will look for him, he will not be there. Though you look for him, he will not be there. But the humble will inherit the land and will enjoy abundant prosperity. The wicked person schemes against the righteous and gnashes his teeth at him. The Lord laughs at him because he sees that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn the sword and strung the bow to bring down the poor and needy, and to slaughter those whose way is upright. Their sword will enter their hearts, and their bows will be broken. The little that the righteous person has is better than the abundance of many wicked people. For the arms of the wicked will be broken, but the Lord supports the righteous. The Lord watches over the blameless all their days, and their inheritance will last forever. They will not be disgraced in times of adversity. They will be satisfied in days of hunger. But the wicked will perish. The Lord's enemies, like the glory of the pastures, will fade away. They will fade away like smoke. The wicked person borrows and does not repay, but the righteous one is gracious and giving. Those who are blessed by the Lord will inherit the land, but those cursed by him will be destroyed. A person's steps are established by the Lord, and he takes pleasure in his way. Though he falls, he will not be removed, because the Lord supports him with his hand. I have been young, and now I'm old, yet I have not seen the righteous abandoned, or his children begging for bread. He is always generous, always lending, and his children are a blessing. Turn away from evil, do what is good, and settle permanently. For the Lord loves justice and will not abandon his faithful ones. They are kept safe forever. But the children of the wicked will be destroyed. The righteous will inherit the land and dwell in it permanently. The mouth of the righteous utters wisdom. His tongue speaks what is just. The instruction of his God is in his heart. His steps do not falter. The wicked one lies in wait for the righteous and intends to kill him. The Lord will not leave him in the power of the wicked one, or allow him to be condemned when he is judged. Wait for the Lord and keep his way, and he will exalt you to inherit the land. You will watch when the wicked are destroyed. I have seen a wicked, violent person, well rooted like a flourishing native tree. Then I passed by and noticed he was gone. I searched for him, but he could not be found. Watch the blameless and observe the upright, for the person of peace will have a future. but transgressors will all be eliminated. Eliminated. The future of the wicked will be destroyed. The salvation of the righteous is from the Lord, their refuge in time of distress. The Lord helps and delivers them. He will deliver them from the wicked and will save them because they take refuge in him. And that was Psalm 37, Instruction on Wisdom. Man, I had like a lot of thoughts as I was reading that, which we don't have time to get into this morning, but I think the sort of the top takeaway for me is that God promised he will be faithful. He always is faithful. Even when his people aren't faithful, he will not abandon his people. And we just have to trust that in the end, he's going to make all things right. Even if everything is not right now, presently, they will be made right. God intends for his people to have the land, to have the good earth that he created. And one day he's going to make it all new. And it'll be a beautiful, beautiful reality. Okay, I'm struggling with the light situation. Maybe that'll be better for me. Okay, and I'm so sorry. I keep bumping my desk with my chair. Okay. Let us, and I feel like, yeah, it's going to. My stomach growled during the psalm reading, and I feel like it might happen again. So I don't know if you can hear that, but there that is. I'm drinking my water, but I have not had any food yet, so I'm hungry. I did not give myself time to eat beforehand. Okay, we're going to use the icebreaker questions. For those of you who have not, just in case you don't know, we read a psalm from this Psalms of the Bible volume, and we're going to use this icebreaker question card deck. And all this can be found on my website if you're interested. All right. What do we have? Oh, this is fun. This is Would You Rather. Would you rather be rich or famous? Would you rather be rich or famous? Good morning, Alma. Would you rather be rich or famous? I'd rather be rich. I have no need for fame. No need whatsoever. So I'd much rather be rich. Because you can do something with money, you know what I mean? Like you can do stuff with money. Money has value. Now you can do something with influence too, but without money, you know. I don't know. To me, how useful is that? I would definitely rather be rich. And I do not need to be known. You know what I mean? I do not need to be known. Exactly. Rich allows you to help others. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking about like all the different projects that I could start, you know? All the useful things we could do. So yes, definitely wealth. And dear God, give me wisdom to use it properly. I feel like both come with their own set of problems. I just want to be happy. This is very true. This is very true, Christine. This is one of the reasons why I don't particularly love Would You Rather as a general thing, as a general exercise. But if both were offered to me and I had to choose one, because both of them do, I mean, like they say, more money, more problems. I would rather be rich and not known by a lot of people rather than being known by a lot of people, because I feel like, I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're famous for, you know? Rather be famous and use your influence to support others. I like that. I like that too. Both are viable options depending on how you use them. You're terrible with money, so definitely famous. Yeah. See? And that's a wise choice when you know like which one would be more problematic for you. More, yeah, rich because you're too private and shy for fame. Yep. 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 I'm right there with you. I mean, I guess I have a YouTube channel, so I guess I have some. I'm not famous, but I have, people who don't know me know me. People I don't know me, right? To an extent. So I guess I have a little bit of that, but I don't know. It has its downsides. It has its downsides. Okay. Let us talk about the week. So I did get my week set up. You don't like a lot of attention on you? I actually do like attention, but not on a huge scale. In my family, in my friends group, I do like, that's my natural bent, is towards liking attention because I like to talk and all of that kind of thing. But I don't need it from like hordes of people. People will talk about you whether you're famous or not. That's right. So having money to help others would be the best in your life. Yep, that's true too. That is true too. Okay. So looking back on my priorities for last week, I got some things done. I got some things done. Other things just fell to the wayside. I got hyper fixated on one project and I just did not do all the things I wanted. But that's okay because I'm happy with what came out of it. So some things need to be migrated over to this week. This week, I absolutely need to hunker down and crank out some of this work. Okay, so this week is PowerSheets launch week, or PowerSheets are launching this week. It's not a whole week situation, but PowerSheets, I feel like, sorry guys. Okay, here we go. Is that better? My chair, this is my old chair. Hi, Bella. How are you? And my chair is going to keep going up and down, but I left my new chair, which is less comfortable. I left it in the other room. So we're sitting in my old chair. Okay. None of that was relevant. I'm so sorry. Okay. So this week I was talking about PowerSheets. It is PowerSheets launch day tomorrow. So the 2025 collection is releasing tomorrow, and I have some stuff to do for it today. So I'm going to, okay. I have switched over from my big A5. I'm still kind of switching over, but I'm switching over from that to my personal size. And one of the things that I'm doing, because it's such a small space to write in, is I cut little slits in the holes so that I can take my pages out. I'm not opening my rings over and over again. You did really well and more than you expected. That's awesome. That is really awesome. I love it when that happens. We have 2 busy weekends, the last weekends of the month, the second half of this month. Really busy weekends that include family and birthday celebrations and all kinds of things. So yeah, it's going to be really, and family stuff. Anyway, I'm trying to pace myself. Okay, so this week I have listings to get on Etsy. It says I have 2 listings to get on Etsy, and I'm trying to think of what those 2 are. I know one. What's the other one? Anyway, so Etsy listing. And then I have PowerSheets prep, PowerSheets launch, prep. I have some video content I got to film. So that's 2 things. I did send those messages I needed to send. I did do that. I sent that message. I updated that. I printed those. Awesome. Oh, this is super important. Need to follow up with a couple of things actually, but these are not on my top 3. I just need to send some messages, send some follow-up messages. You organized your pencils. It's a 300 set. That sounds like fun, actually. I like organizing things like that. You organize your pencil set, did chores, and cleaned the bathroom. Nice. Oh, did I clean? I cleaned the shower. I need to do the floors. Yeah, I need to do that. Okay, that's not going to get done today. I need to finish laundry. I have like 4 loads of laundry that need to be folded. Does anybody else do that? Like, oh my goodness. Personal size planner. A5. I guess, do I need to update that? Is that up there? Cindy, oh my gosh. You keep looking for them. I know. I said I would get them up this month for the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter. My stomach is growling. Oh man, I also need to put up some information. Okay, I'll figure it out. It is the personal size. Oh, that's right. Cindy, I said that I was just going to do the project planner without. Okay, maybe that's what it was. Okay, anyway, okay. I need to mop the floors. And I need to. What else? Oh, okay. I was going to make what we have in A5 available in personal. Okay. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. I will make sure that that is still a viable option. Project planner, personal. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. What else do we have? Party's lunch. Let me grab. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm gonna grab my work planner. Oh, I know what it is. I know what else I need to do. We're also going to release the our new resource. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, if I could find it, it's here somewhere. I just had it. That's what happens when you have a million things on your desk. That's right here. For those of you who don't know, don't hold you to that. I'm gonna look at my stuff and figure out what it was because I know it's. You know what it probably was? Something. Okay, I think I know what it was. I'm gonna look into that because I wrote it down, Cindy. But I think I know what it was. So, for those of you who don't know, because I talked about it in Club 119, we're releasing a brand new, like, little prayer resource. I think this is what it was. because I was going to, I think, originally put this in my Etsy shop, but it's going to be a free resource instead. So I think I originally was going to put this out for sale, but it's going to be a freebie. I think that's what I was probably referring to last week. There's my stomach again. I'm really hungry. Okay, here we go. But this is going to be This is going to be a new resource, prayer resource on my website. It'll be free and it will release sometime this week between today and Wednesday. And I'll do an email, letting you all know when it's up for download. And there will be a video, an instruction video on how to put it together, so on and so forth. So anyway, I think this is probably what I was referring to on my planner last week. Okay. Mandy, you have your top 3: scripture writing, get back into scripture writing, chores, and organize the study. Okay. Rainbow, let's see, you organize your rainbow cart for cooking. What is that, Mandy? That sounds really interesting. What is a rainbow cart for cooking? That sounds really cool. Nikki, your top 3 for the week are create at least 10 stickers for your new sticker business. Ooh, I want to hear more. Flesh out the new sticker business plan and set up the parameters for the beta test of your ADHD Zoom sprints. That sounds like fun. That sounds really cool. If I want to get a little snack, thank you so much, Christine. I don't even know if I have anything to go. I do. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take her up on that. 1 second. I probably shouldn't have grabbed the whole package, but I just did. Okay, these are heart healthy mixed nuts. A little protein, a little healthy fat, whatever this is. I know it's at least healthy fats. Oh look, and I grabbed the ones I don't like. Okay. Anyway. Awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun. So this prayer resource is going to come out this week. That is what I'm working on. Actually, right now on my other screen, I am editing it, making sure that everything is as it should be. And it's kind of tedious because one of the pages has a bunch of Bible verses on it. There we go. Has a bunch of Bible verses on it. I'm going through and I'm checking to make sure that they're all what I want them to be. So, a little tedious, but it's going to be really cool. Okay, and then I have some habit tracking that I need to do. And I'm trying to think of what. Yeah, we'll write that down. Okay, so for this week, I want to play the piano every day for about half an hour, at least. We just got the keyboard that my parents have had since my brother and I lived at home. My mom was like, yeah, you guys can take it. My brother's an actual like keyboardist. And so he's got a keyboard upstairs, but I wanted a piano and can't afford one right now. So my parents let me take the one back that was at their house. And so I was playing around with it this weekend, and I haven't played the piano consistently in 20 years, which is really sad because I took a lot of lessons. But anyway, I want to get back on it, and I want to play for at least half an hour every day. And so I'm going to track that and see if I will stick to that because I really want to get back into it. All right, Cindy, you're finishing Cornerstone this week. I'm so excited. Design Bible reading plan. Awesome. And plan your 2 next blog posts. Love that. Oh, yes. I have blog posts. I did write that down. Okay, good. Let's see. You organized it for coloring books by author and authors and seasons. Oh, your rainbow cart for coloring. Did I say cooking? Because in my brain, I think I thought cooking, even though that's not what you said. I'm sorry, Mandy. I did. I'm sorry. I'm like, what's a rainbow cart for cooking? That sounds like a lot of fun, even though I had no idea what to imagine. I meant coloring, obviously, because that's actually what Mandy said. I'm a little bit further from my screen, and it's really small. The print is really the whatever type is really small. Anyway, that makes more sense. Even though a rainbow cart for cooking still sounds like fun. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I got my top 3. I have the habits that I want to track. I have a couple of smaller projects that I need to work on. I need to make sure I remember that I don't forget that I'm taking a lady from my church to a doctor's appointment this week. It's a new doctor to me, and I need to make sure I have all my ducks in a row for that. Okay, got that. And when I'm door dashing this week too. Did I write those times down? I don't think I wrote them down. We're dashing on Wednesday and Friday. Okay. And we have a game night with friends on Thursday. Okay. All right. I think I've got it all down. I really need to eat. Okay. Christine, you're going to organize books to donate to your public library. Love that. Plan a birthday party for your son. So fun. Choose a Bible to keep at your work desk so that you stop forgetting it at home. Oh, that's a really good idea. I have a, where is it? I think I might have left it somewhere. I think it's over there. I have a compact Bible that fits really well in my purse. And I think I might, I have to see, because I'm trying to fit this and a lot of other things in my purse. Let's see if I can fit that one in my purse as well. I can probably get a smaller one. Okay. You play the piano too, Hannah. Awesome. I need to really, honestly, I should be way better than I am had I continued to play for 20 years. It frustrates me how poorly I play based on how well I should, based on the training that I had. So I really want to get back into it. Let's see, because there's so much music I want to learn and be able to play and sing, and it's just wash clothes and sheets, catch up on some Bible reading. You didn't get to while you were at the retreat this weekend. I feel like you mentioned you were going to a retreat. How was it? Is that a false memory? You need to empty your suitcase from the trip. Awesome. Oh, I'm glad you said trip. You didn't say trip. I said trip. But that reminded me that we need to, we need to rent our car for Thanksgiving. We were going to fly back home for Thanksgiving. That's what we did last year. But y'all, the tickets are expensive. And we're paying for 3. So it'll be cheaper to drive. So we're going to rent a car. Okay. Darlene. My eye is twitching. Okay. Clear workspace. Desk and digital. Nice. Plan for fall wellness activities. Love that. Migrate content and prepare for fall and winter while getting ready for next year. It's arriving very fast. No kidding, you all. We have 15 weeks left in the year. We have about 15 weeks left in the year. And it's going to go by super fast because the holidays always fly by. They always fly by. And it's just like, I'm trying not to let it stress me out, but it's going to go by really fast. And I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to feel rushed and stressed all the time this holiday. So I'm doing everything I can to make sure that that doesn't happen. Everything in my power. But we'll see. We will see. Yes, because it's about 13 weeks in a quarter. We've got 2 weeks left in this quarter. It's about 15 weeks. It's craziness. You love game nights and you have one on Friday night. That is so fun. I love game nights too. You could have been you would have been fine without that information. I'm sorry. Y'all, we're planners here. We need to know what we're dealing with. We need to know what we're dealing with. 1 quarter left, a quarter and 2 weeks. So those are our marching orders. We need to make sure we make the most of these weeks. And I feel like I'm behind, but you know what? Time is going to march on without me, with or without me. And so got to hop on and keep it going. Okay. Or keep with it. You and your husband just started to play the Magic the Gathering. Ooh, is this like a board game? What kind of game is this? What kind of game is that? Last night, my brother and my husband and I played. We kept it really light. We played some games last night. We played Monopoly Deal, just a card game, which is really fun. And then we played dice, like Farkle. I think we played by like Farkle rules, I think. And we hadn't played dice in, I don't know, a year, maybe. It's been a long time. And so 3 of us were like, how do you play again? I don't remember how to play again. So we refreshed ourselves on the rules, and it was a lot of fun. I'd forgotten how much fun it was. So, okay. Got our priorities. I have my habits. I am hopping between this planner, which still needs inserts, and my work planner, which is my season by season planner, season by season weekly planner from Cultivate. And so I still have some stuff that I need to fill up in here too. But we are off to a good start. All right. Let's talk challenges. We need to talk about that. We can totally talk about that. It's a trading card game like Pokemon. Oh, okay. That is so cool. I was not a Pokemon girl. It was just not ever my thing. When that was, I mean, I know it's still a thing now, but back in the day, it just wasn't my jam, you know? But hey, to each their own. I'm glad you guys are having fun. And you know what I love? I love when couples play games together and with other friends. I just think that, like, when it comes to like board games and card games and that kind of thing, I just think it's a fun thing to do with your spouse, with your friends, with your family. You can get into some really good conversations. If there's strategy or whatever, then it does keep your brain active. I think that's really cool. I think there are benefits to fun gameplay. Let's see. Your boys loved Pokemon cards when they were little? Yeah. A couple that plays together stays together. I like that. It's also like D&D. Another game I never got into. I mean, I kind of know elements of it, but that was not me. I have friends who loved it, but not me. But that's so cool. And I do believe that couples ought to play together. Listen, if you're married, this is just my philosophy. You're married and you're not playing together. What are you even doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. It was a great time of fellowship. This was a retreat, okay, and sharing and supporting a sweet young lady who was launching her Faith Flowers and Friends presentation for a women's gathering. That is so cool. That sounds really awesome. All right. Good stuff, you guys. I need to do this. So we're going to do that. My husband and I were talking about this the other day. Okay. We've talked about that. Okay. Oh, I'm going to do that. Okay, we're just going to pick a few. Okay, here we go. I've got like 4. Take what you need. Take what you need. Here we go. Number 1. Actually, and 2 of these are contradictory. So really, take what you need. If something doesn't apply to you, but the other one does, go for it. All right, number 1 is, okay, so there's some context here from myself personally. That was redundant. I said myself personally. That was redundant. Let's see. The context is that my husband and I were talking about how we both need to drop some pounds. And we were like, oh man, we should really get serious about dropping some weight before we go back to my neck of the woods for Thanksgiving to visit family. And so this is why I picked this one. Define your why. Okay, define your why for moving forward or moving toward and maintaining a health goal. Write it down somewhere you can see it every day. This will keep you motivated in the long term. So if you have a health goal of some kind, whether it's dropping some pounds, even gaining. I remember when I miss these days when I was so skinny that my goal was to gain, to like consume a lot of calories so I would gain weight. I wish. So whether you're trying to drop pounds, gain some pounds, be more mobile, whatever it is, eat better, count your calories, micronutrients, whatever it is, define your why. I'm pretty sure we've done this one before, but it never hurts to revisit it. So that's what we're doing. I need to write that down. Okay, number 2, if this applies, take a quick walk. Take a quick walking break in the middle of your day. This applies to me because I have a sit-down job and I don't walk very often. So to make it a habit, set a recurring alarm on your phone. Set a recurring alarm on your phone to take a walking break in the middle of your day. Okay. Let's see. You need to lose weight. So I'm okay. Heavy and it's bad for your health. Yeah, I know. It is bad. So that's the thing. Like, this is not about like shaming our bodies, right? And not appreciating our bodies for what they can do and thanking God for our bodies as they are. But when we're not taking care of them, and we have extra weight or extra whatever, it's not good for us. And then we run the risk of having serious health problems that could cost us dearly. So yeah, we need to take care of ourselves. Okay. Crack open. Okay. So that was the second one. Take a quick walking break in the middle of the day. Let's see. You can't answer that one as you have a cup of tea in one hand and a piece of cake in the other. That's hilarious. That is so funny. Oh, man. That is so funny. Yeah. We currently have 2 leftover cakes from 2 different celebrations in our refrigerators. Oh, my goodness. One's a cheesecake and one's a chocolate cake, and we've been nibbling on it here and there. We really should not finish either of them. And they're getting to be they're past their sell-by date, so they're starting to age. So that'll be an excuse to just dump them because we really don't need it. For the first time, you were the chubbiest person at the event. Is that what you're talking about, Alma? You're only 53 and you weigh too much. Maybe in Club 119, maybe we can create like a I've been thinking about bringing the Live Well 6 back to the Club 119 collective, even though it's not the Live Well Stay Focused collective anymore. I can do anything because it's my group. So I was thinking of bringing back some kind of at your women's gathering. Yeah, that's your why for losing pounds. Gotcha. I was thinking of bringing back some kind of Live Well 6 group in the collective, and maybe we can start talking about health. And like goals and things and accountability. And planning for January. Like the last quarter of the year is kind of an awkward time because of the holidays, but maybe we can start talking about it in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to write that down. Would you guys be interested in some kind of like accountability? And I'm not talking about like, drop and give me 50. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just, whatever. You do what you need to do. But maybe we can like post what our goals are and then post our progress. Does that sound like, does anybody need that? Because I feel like I need that. Let's do it. Darlene says, let's do it. Okay. So let me think on it. Because I do kind of miss that part of our community when I switched it over to just Club 119. But we'll see. Yes, please. If you're interested to see what the holiday will look like, gluten-free. That's right. This is your first holiday season being gluten-free. Cindy K. I feel like we need to flood Cindy K with some gluten-free recipe options. Because, listen, holidays are meant to be enjoyed and reveled in. Holidays are a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so, regardless of your dietary restrictions or preferences, there should be something that you will just enjoy. Okay. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Oh, there's so many carbs in the holiday menu. You've been doing so much with your health and wellness that you would love to share your progress. Yeah, okay. Plus, see everybody else's. Okay, all right. I'm putting it on the docket. In fact, we're putting it in the work planner. Once it's on the work planner, I mean business. Okay, that doesn't mean it's always going to get done the way I want it to, but I mean business. So let's see. Okay, where's my? Here we go. Add. Okay, you got it. Your app for the collective drained your battery. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know what you might need to do is turn off your notifications. I don't know if this is going to help, but turn off your notifications and then only check it at certain times of the day. Or you can take the app off your phone and just, if you have a like a laptop, excuse me. So sorry. If you have a laptop or something, you can just get into the collective on a browser. Oh, your phone deleted it. I didn't know it could do that. Wow. Yeah, then you might need to just access it on a web browser. Hopefully that'll be a better experience. You're interested because you just got a copy of Cook This, Not That. Interesting. That will be on your what you're reading. Okay. I'm interested to see how that reading experience goes. Excuse me. So sorry. Sounds good for accountability. Awesome. Okay. Well, we have a new plan. And I'm excited. All right. All right. Now, I have two that sort of are contradictory. So you pick the one that matches what you need or that applies to you. Number one, embrace slow, undistracted eating today or sometime this week. We've talked about this before. For one meal, sit down and eat with no distractions. Take one bite or take bites one by one, placing your fork on the table between bites. Notice the flavors and savor your meal. We rush through our days so often, and we don't often take time to just sit and appreciate the present. So that is an option to have an undistracted meal. No phone, no watching a show, no reading a book, no scrolling, no whatever, no music. Maybe music. I am not one to tell people to cut music out of the situation. Maybe like some instrumental, like classical music or something, some jazz, something like that. I don't know. But just undistracted. Okay. Notice your food, savor your food. Or, and you don't have to do that for every meal, just one meal. Or crack open your current book or favorite magazine for 10 minutes during lunch. Either one of those things would be lovely. Hannah, you have simple gluten-free coconut cookies. Your non-gluten friends who love coconut all love these gluten-free. Oh, that is so cool. When you take the time with bites, it helps with digestion and lessens the chance of indigestion and so forth. I believe that. So take what you need. So our 4 are define your why, 4 moving forward with a health goal, take a quick walk. Take a quick walking break if that applies to you. If you're not already on your feet all the time, crack open a book or favorite magazine during lunch, and pick a meal this week. If you're not pick one meal, meaning in my head, this is like lunch for the week, not just like one particular meal. But for all your lunches this week, you're going to do it in an undistracted manner, something like that. You did a meal plan. Awesome. We did not. I need to, but we totally did not. Okay. So those are our 4. And I'm interested to see how that will work. I need to write down the one that I'm going to pick. I definitely need to define my why. I'm going to pick at least 2. Oh, man. And I know the one that I need to do. I don't want to do it. That's why I picked it. Okay, so define why. Define what health why. Define why for health goal. For health goal. Okay. It's so funny. You tell people like, I need to lose weight. And for me, I had said that a couple of weeks ago, and this lady at church was like, no, you don't. And I'm like, no, seriously, I do. Like, I get that. They're like, no, you really don't. Like, yes, I have like this, I have a tire around the midsection. I'm not fat. I'm overweight. I'm carrying more weight than I ought to. And it's all right here. And I need to get rid of it because it has no purpose. It has no purpose whatsoever. The extra fat. I'm not trying to be bones, skinny. I was really skinny when I was a teenager in my early 20s. I'm not trying to get back to that. I don't want to be a size 0. I just want to be healthy. And I know that being healthy is going to mean that I'm dropping some extra weight. You had to learn that for healing your gut. Weird, but your dietitian did recommend that process, and it does make the meal more enjoyable. That's awesome. Grilled chicken with corn on the cob and roasted potatoes and onions. Oh, that sounds so good. Especially the corn on the cob. I need to make some potatoes. We need to grill. Okay, sorry. Okay. All right, so I'm going to define my why, and then I'm going to embrace undistracted meals. At least one a day. Okay, we got that down. We'll put these back. Put these back. Okay, here we go. All right, let's talk about books really quick. We know what Darlene is reading. We know what Darlene is reading. No, was it Darlene? Was it Darlene? I'm so sorry. Alma. I'm so sorry. Not Darlene. Miss Alma, you're reading Cook This, Not That. You think people forget that we all have a comfortable weight for what is healthy on us, regardless of whether we look skinny or not. It's true. It's true. And again, I don't want to be a size 0. I just also don't want to feel like I'm suffocating in my elastic pants. So anyway, okay. Somebody pick a color. We need 3 colors. Pick 3 colors, and I'm going to pick from 3 genres on my shelves for some soft recs. Recommendations for books I have not read, but are on my shelves. All right, Nikki came in with red, green, and yellow. Okay. Red, green, and yellow. Let's see what we got here. Something I have not read. I have not read. I think I recommended that one already. Okay. Red, green, and yellow. This is sort of yellow, yeah? Okay. That's an option. Ooh, okay. Okay. Let's see what else we've got here. Let's see. Ooh, okay. No, I read that one. Darn. Green. I've read that one. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's yellow. I've read that one too. Okay. Is that red? Is that technically red? I feel like I've talked about that book before. I don't want to. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. We did talk about that. Okay. We're going to pick something that's a little obscure for me. Okay. Red, green, and yellow. Nikki, you're reading the novel War Room from the movie, working through a workbook about executive dysfunction and determined to get past page 1 of the Acts Bible study you have. I love it. That sounds like my reading life too. I love it. I have not read the novel version of War Room. Okay, we've got red, green, and yellow. This will be interesting. Okay. All right, so this is a novel that I picked up at a used bookstore. I think I got this at Half Price Books. I know nothing about it. I don't know anything about it. Okay. Let's see. This is post World War II. It's called Bangkok Wakes to Rain. I'm gonna slaughter this name. Pichaya Sudbantad. He's Thai. I think I just butchered his name. I'm so sorry. Okay. That's what he looks like. And that's what the name looks like. Ugh. All right. I bought it for just like a couple dollars. Okay. Like $4, I think. All right, here we go. So, a missionary doctor pines for his native New England even as he succumbs to the vibrant chaos of 19th century Siam. A post-World War II society woman marries, mothers, and holds court, little suspecting her solitary future. A jazz pianist. Okay, so this is the list of characters I think he meets. So you have a mother. A jazz pianist in the age of rock, haunted by his own ghosts, is summoned to appease the house's residents' spirits. That sounds suspect. Anyway, suspect. We'll see. In the present, a young woman tries to outpace the long shadow of her political past. And in New Krungthep, savvy teenagers row tourists past landmarks of the drowned old city they themselves do not remember. Time collapses as these stories collide and converge, linked by the forces of voraciously making and remaking the amphibious, ever-morphing capital itself. Bangkok Wakes to Rain is a wildly imaginative, mesmerizing reading experience from an author at the beginning of what promises to be a thrilling career. So this sounds like a what do you call it? A debut novel, mercy, with some history, with some interesting history. Because Siam isn't, we don't call it Siam anymore, right? I forgot what it's called now. Anyway, I have no idea. If this sounds interesting, check it out. I have no idea what to expect because this is out of my wheelhouse. But we'll see. Okay, so here are some reviews, some praise. An important, ambitious, and accomplished novel. The author deftly sweeps us up in a tale that points to twin portrait of a megacity, like those so many of us call home, and of a world where sanctuary is increasingly hard to come by. Oh, I like that. Somebody else said, gorgeously polyphonic. Ooh, I like that word. And saturated in the senses. This novel brims with wistful and gripping energy as it carries us through time and space. He brilliantly sounds the resonant pulse of the city in a wise and far-reaching meditation on home. Interesting. So Siam is now Thailand. Well, duh, he's Thai. Okay, sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. I should have known that. I should have known that so much. I should have known that. Okay, so Alyssa's going to learn something whenever she decides to read this book. Oh my gosh. You know why I should have known that? Because I have a very good friend who's from Thailand. He's Thai. And The King and I, which is in Siam, was one of my favorite movies as a child. And I'm so sorry. I'm just like shaking my computer here. You just Googled it. You should have known it too. Okay. I'm not the only one. Thank you. All right. Speaking of history, we have a nonfiction pick. This is The Long Way Home, An American Journey from Ellis Island to the Great War. There's a photo there by David Laskin. I probably also picked this up on a clearance shelf or a used bookstore. But here's the premise. When the United States entered World War I in 1917, 1/3 of the nation's population had been born overseas or had a parent who was an immigrant. At the peak of the U.S. involvement in the war, nearly 1 in 5 American soldiers was foreign-born. Many of these immigrant soldiers, most of whom had been drafted, knew little of America outside of the tight-knit ghettos and backbreaking labor. Yet World War I would change their lives and ultimately reshape the nation itself. Italians, Jews, Poles, Norwegians, Slovaks, Russians, and Irishmen entered the army as aliens and returned as Americans, often heroes. I'm so sorry, Mandy. I hope you feel better. Thank you so much for joining. In A Long Way Home, award-winning writer David Laskin traces the lives of a dozen men, 11 of whom left their childhood homes in Europe, journeyed through Ellis Island, and started over in a strange land. After detailing the daily realities of immigrant life in the factories, farms, mines, and cities of a rapidly growing nation, Laskin tells the heartbreaking stories of how these men, both conscripts and volunteers, joined the army, were swept into the ordeal of boot camp, and endured the month of hell that ended the war at Argonne, where they truly became Americans. Those who survived were profoundly altered, and their experiences would shape the lives of their families as well. Epic, inspiring, and masterfully written, The Long Way Home is an unforgettable true story of the Great War, the world it remade, and the men who fought for a country, not of their birth, but which held the hope and opportunity of a better way of life. I got chills. I just got chills. That sounds really good. The Long Way Home, An American Journey from Ellis Island to the Great War by David Laskin. Oh, it sounds really heavy too. So probably are going to have to pair it with a little something lighter. All right. This one's a fun one. This came off of my spiritual growth shelf. And it'll be evident here in a second. This is our yellow spine. This is by Brie McCoy, who, if you do not follow Brie on Instagram, it does sound epic, right? If you do not follow Brie on Instagram, you're missing out because she's delightful. She's a food blogger, and she's so much fun to follow. Even if like you're not there for the recipes or whatever, which you totally should be, because she's good at what she does. But she's just delightful, and she shares other stuff too, and she's got a lovely newsletter. This is her book, Come and Eat, a celebration of love and grace around the everyday table. I have not read this. I should have read this by now, but I have not. Come with your brokenness, your celebration, and your worries, but most of all, come and eat. In today's busy and often superficial world, we all crave something deeper and truer. Maybe it's relationship that goes beyond the surface, or gathering that allows for joy and pain. Brie McCoy tells us this is all within reach. All we need is a table, open hearts, and a simple invitation. Come and eat. McCoy invites us to discover how a common dining room table can be transformed into a place where brokenness falls away to reveal peace and fellowship. Whether the table is laid with bounty or with meager offerings, whether it is surrounded by the body of Christ or homeless, broken souls, she shows us that healing begins when we say, come in, I may not know you, but I know your maker, and so I offer you my heart. Oh, I just got chills again. For those who are hungry and craving more of God's kingdom in their homes, Come and Eat offers recipes, tips, and questions to jumpstart conversation while reminding us that fellowship in God's love is always the most remembered, the most cherished nourishment. Because when we make room for others, we make room for God, and our homes become a vibrant source of life, just as He means them to be. I love it. I love it. So, Come and Eat by Brie McCoy. And, oh, hold please. Give me like 10 seconds. Not literally, but hold on. I was not counting. Maybe that was 10 seconds. Okay. This came out back in, this has been out for a while. This came out back in 2017. Okay. Her cookbook, I have a pairing today. Her cookbook came out last year. I want to say it was last year. Was it earlier this year? I literally cannot remember the difference between last year and this year because it went by so fast. Sometimes I'm like, was that last year or was it 2024, 23, 22? What? This came out last year in 23. This is her cookbook called The Cook's Book, recipes for keeps and essential techniques to master everyday cooking. And it's really lovely. I have not used it because I haven't been cooking as intentionally as I want to, but we've got some fun stuff. Thai basil stir fry. Oh, we're just bringing this full circle. Thai basil stir fry. Spring is here pasta. Let's see, melt in your mouth oven ribs. She has all of these, pickling red onions. She has all of these like instructions on how to do things in your kitchen, like how to deglaze a pan, how to like the different parts of like the different cuts of meat, all different kinds of stuff. Tacos in a blanket with Tex-Mex queso, the science of a sauce, everyday sauces. You all, she's got so much fun stuff in here. So anyway, the cook's book. And it's, yes, I think that a lot of her recipes could be tweaked. So we have savory mashed sweet potatoes. We have the everyday, let's see, even on Sundays, chicken sandwich. I like that. So whenever it has, wonton soup, whenever it has some kind of carb, like pasta, bread, that kind of thing, you could do, I would assume, right, the gluten-free option. Yeah, so you've got all different kinds of stuff. Spiced chickpeas with tzatziki, ramen noodles, fancy, not fussy sheet pan nachos. Get me out of takeout mode roast. She even has the beginner's bar cart. Now, I don't drink, so I would be going for the non-alcoholic versions of things. But but if you do, she's got basics on the different kinds of alcohol and making like cocktails and whatnot. So I would just alter it and make some mocktails. But she's got she's got a red wine guide, if that's your thing. I mean, she's got all kinds of stuff. This is really cool. Sauvignon Blanc. Again, if that is your jam. Come to the table. Chicken and fries. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I should have been showing you pictures. What in the world? Come and Eat sounds interesting. You love cooking weekly. Yeah, I mean, I want to be better at just making more intentional, better meals. We need to talk about this. Okay, we're going to talk about this too. Okay, we're going to talk about this too in the collective because I need to do better. She has a whole section on sauces. Look at all the sauce recipes. Homemade sauces, you all. Look at that. All of this could be tweaked. And that's the lovely part about, what do you call it? About making your own food. Because you can just alter what you need to alter. Oh, she also talks about knives. So powerful kitchen techniques. So she talks about knives, storage, care, sharpening, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so cool. Let's see. Strangely enough, alcohol is limited for gluten. Yep, it is. It is. Also, even if you did like to cook, the fibromyalgia triggers pain if you stand for. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nikki. I know that's really tough. I know that's really, really tough. You absolutely loathe cooking. Oh, okay. You loathe cooking, but you would absolutely love to have a home that has yummy smells and people. Okay, here's the thing. Oh, and here's her lovely little self. She's so cute. She's just a joy. You need to follow her on Instagram because she's just such a joy. All right. Here's the thing. And I love that she says this in the book. Whether your table is laid with bounty or with meager offerings, whether it is surrounded by the body of Christ or homeless, broken souls, she shows that healing begins when we can say, come in, I may not know you, but I know your maker. And so I offer you my heart. The book, I think, because I have not read it, but it sounds like she's not necessarily going to tell you that you have to do things one way, right? However we can offer hospitality to however many people can fit, in our homes. That's the point. The point is, what are we willing to do with what we have? And so you want yummy smells and people. The yummy smells could be takeout, right? Or it could be a potluck or whatever. You don't even have to host it in your home if you can't. You can go, yeah, you can order in, exactly. You don't even have to go do it in your home if you can't. If you have a local church, you can invite people to come and just hang out, in a room in your church or something like that. If you have a hall or whatever. A fellowship hall or something like that, or whatever. Go out to eat. Go in a restaurant. Like if nobody's home is available, go and just sit and fellowship at a restaurant. There are so many ways to do it. Opening our homes just means, to me, I feel like hospitality is just the most intimate. When do I say that like that? Is the most intimate way that we can connect with people. But if our homes aren't available for whatever reason, then you do the next thing, whatever else might be available to us, right? So it doesn't have to look one way. You don't have to have cookbooks, and you don't have to have a lot of space. You just have to have an open heart. That's all. You always have a bed for those who need. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. That's one thing I don't have, is a guest room. But we have a blow-up mattress in the living room. So if somebody needed to crash, they could in our living room. One of these days, I'd love to have a spare room. That would be lovely. Okay, so here we go. We have Bangkok wakes to rain. Another reason why I should have known it was Thailand. Bangkok. Duh. I'm sorry. I should have known that. Okay. The long way home. And then come and eat with the Cook's Book pairing. And this is so lovely because it's got like this rose gold foiling on the cover. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Hello, Budgeting Mama. We are just wrapping up. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so I didn't do it last week, but I should have a blog post for those books, as well as the ones from last week as well, coming up this week at some point. All right, so I think we got everything. Icebreaker challenges are, what do you call it? Priorities, planner setup. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy week, you guys. I'm looking forward to some of it, not looking forward to other parts, but we're gonna get through it. God is good. We're gonna get through this. So I'm gonna have prayer real quick. I'm running a little bit long on time. I'm gonna have prayer. I'm gonna mention, I know it's Aunt Sally. Who made the request? Was it Wendy? I'm trying to remember who said this. I should have written her name down. That would have been so helpful. Okay, we're going to pray for Aunt Sally. Okay. Okay. Hannah. It was Hannah. Why did I think Wendy? Thank you. Sorry, Hannah. I'm so sorry, Hannah. Here we go. We're going to pray for your aunt and her transition from one care facility to another care facility. Okay. And I'm just going to do a general prayer over anybody else. If you have silent requests, we're going to pray over that as well. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we're so grateful for this opportunity to come together. And even though we are separated by space and we're different places in the world, we are connected by our belief and our trust in you and the fact that we're family. Even though we come from different seasons and different nuclear families and biological families, that's what I'm trying to say. We're all family because of you. And we're just so grateful that we get to spend this time together on a Monday morning as we kick off our week. I ask that you would be, in a special way, that you would be with Hannah's Aunt Sally as she is transferring or transitioning from one facility to another. I ask that you would be with her as her surroundings are going to change, the people around her are going to change. that's going to be confusing and difficult. I ask that you would give her peace. And I ask that you would be with her family and the people who are going to be working with her at the new care facility, that you would give them patience and grace and wherewithal and expertise to make her transition and her stay there as comfortable and as lovely and peaceful as possible. We know that you are in control of all things, but that the world is not as beautiful and perfect as you created it. And as we have to navigate difficult situations and darkness and cold hearts and all of the things that come our way, Father, I ask that you would just walk alongside us, particularly for Aunt Sally, but also for all of us who may be walking through difficult situations, Lord. You know what's on each person's heart this morning. You know every family and friend represented here. You know every home, every financial situation, every health challenge, every family or friend relationship that is struggling. You know everything, Lord, and you know what needs to be done. You know what can be done. You know when yes might not be the right answer, when wait might be the thing that we need to grapple with, when no might be the answer that we need to trust you with. And so I ask that you would be with every unspoken or silent request, that you would soften our hearts, and that you would help us to move forward, even if we are going into the unknown, and that we would trust you through all of it. We're so grateful for all that you do for us and for being such a good God. I ask that you would please forgive us where we have fallen short, and help us to trust in you and to hide in your goodness and your righteousness, because it is such a gracious and generous gift, and we don't want to take it for granted. We ask all of these things in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday and a fantastic week. I will see you all next week, Lord willing. Yeah, I should be here. Everything should be just as it ought to for next week. So have a wonderful week. I will talk to you all later. And I will be working on a new space in the Club 119 Collective where we can talk about health and food and all the things. Okay? I'll talk to you a little later. Bye.